Hello, welcome. As usual, let's start with the disclaimers. 1. I'm not an optometrist. I don't have any qualifications. I've just been wearing glasses for my whole life. This is not medical advice. 2. I've not actually bought glasses online. I've gone on these websites and added stuff to my carts but never went through with it. So maybe it is better than going to a shop. I don't actually know, but I conjecture that in my case it's not. And why not? Let's get into the subject matter. Hi, I'm Abby. I'm 24. I'm short-sighted. I started wearing glasses when I was in year 2 or at the age of 7. I was a -1. It got worse over the years and then stabilized, so for the past 7 or so years I've been a -5. That is to say, I can't see jack shit without them. Fun fact, they're not trying to reclassify myopia as a disease instead of a chronic condition, because the lines are blurry and there are some supporting evidence. Like it can get worse and it can be hereditary. But anyway, for the past 6 years I've had 4 pairs of glasses. They each cost about 400 Australian dollars, give or take. Now I have private health insurance, so I pay about half of that, but that's the full price. And so I've heard, Abby, why don't you get your glasses online? It's so much cheaper. I got mine for $50 free shipping, yada yada. Now we will dissect the cost of my glasses and figure out why they're so expensive. A pair of glasses made of a frame and lenses. Let's start with the frame. At the optometrist, one frame is usually around $100 to $200. It can be less or more than that depending on the brand and the material. This is where your online shops come in. They have frames for $10, $20. Great if you have a light prescription, not so much for me for several reasons. Reason 1 is I don't have a light prescription. -5 is as bad as it gets usually. I know exactly 2 people with heavier prescription than me, and one of them is my dad. What do we say about it being hereditary? So my glasses stay on my face and they need to be sturdy. Sometimes they get sat on. My boyfriend sat on my last pair of glasses twice. Sometimes they get rained on. Sometimes I go to the beach and they're in the sun. Quick frames material lesson. Most frames are either made of plastic or more specifically acetate or metal. The acetate stuff can have a metal wire frame inside of it or not. The metal stuff can be a metal alloy, aka cheap, or stainless steel, which is okay, or titanium, which is the best stuff. And this is reason 2. Plastic is plastic. It's lightweight, but it's easy to break. I had a pair of acetate glasses circa 2017 that broke for no reason within the year, and I remember it was within the year because it was still within warranty and I got a new pair for free. Now metal was interesting. Around 15 to 20% of people have a metal allergy or sensitivity towards nickel, cobalt, copper, and whatever is in cheap metal alloys. Unfortunately, I am one of those people. I got ear piercings when I was 13, and it wasn't until I was 17 that I realized I had this allergy. It's the same pair of glasses that broke. When I got them, I kept having patches of skin that touched the glasses that kept itching and flaking off, and it was gross. So I took them in, and the guy said, "You're allergic." And in my head, I was like, oh, that makes sense when my ears are always itchy. I also had another pair of metal ones from Oscar Wylee around 2022 that started turning green, so it's copper rusting, and that was gross too, and something kept peeling off it. Now, I'm not saying that's what you're going to get from an online shop. I don't know, because like I said, I've never bought from an online shop. You're not going to get a titanium frame for $20. My current frames are titanium, which were about $150. Now let's talk the lenses, which is where the real costs come in. Standard single prescription lenses are free, so once again, if you only wear glasses for specific tasks like driving or reading or seeing the board if you're still in school, this is perfect for you because they only stay on your face for a short amount of time. However, standard prescription lenses do not cut it for me because my glasses are on my face all the time. So let's add up the cost. Around 100 to 150 of that I spent on what's called photochromic coating. I go outside and the lenses turn dark in the sun in 10 seconds or so. Now there are third-party companies that do this, or maybe some shops have their in-house equivalent. I think Specsavers used to do transitions, but they started doing their own thing, but don't quote me on that. Now you could say, Abby, why not get prescription sunglasses? But then that's like $300 for the prescription glasses, $300 for the prescription sunglasses, or $400 altogether for one pair of glasses, and I don't have to mess with a second pair and lose them and all of that crap. Okay, so what about the rest? $100-something. What's in that? Now we're going to vanity and convenience. These are add-ons that are priced pretty much the same everywhere. These add-ons along with the transition stuff is where the real cost of my glasses come in. Even if I got cheap frames online, do you reckon I can get cheap photochromic lenses? I think not. One add-on I get is extra thin. For about 100 or so, you can halve the thickness of your lenses. For another 100, I think you can get the halved again, so it's exponential. I don't need thinners, but I do need thinner because I wear big glasses. Now, for the first 10 years of my life of wearing glasses, I didn't have big glasses because I was a kid and I didn't give a shit. But the bigger they are, the thicker they are at the edge. Where you directly look is as thin as the frame. Where I look from an angle right at the edge, it's twice as thick. That's just how light works. So for $100, I'm reducing the edge of the lenses from 4 times the thickness of the frame to twice, which is reasonable. I could avoid this entirely by wearing Baronetta glasses, but they make me ugly. The other add-ons I get are your standard stuff, like anti-glare, anti-dust, and other whatever anti-things. Chuck them all on. If I'm going to wear my glasses all the time, I'm getting my money's worth. Now after that, you can probably see why I don't get my glasses from an online shop. It's a great option for someone, but that someone is not me, unless their add-ons are cheaper, which I don't think is possible because that's not where glasses shops make money. They make money with frames, with brands and different colors and making a fashionable accessory. The lens part is just a medical aid, whatever you want to call it. It's as cheap or as expensive anyway, and just because you go online doesn't mean they can magically drop the price on photochromics or extra thin down from 100 to 50 bucks. Okay, hope you learned something today, and feel free to tell me in the comments about the cool glasses you got online. Bye.